Here are 20 interesting facts about Spartacus. Early life and background. He was Thracian. Spartacus came from Thrace, modern-day Bulgaria, northern Greece, a region known for producing fierce warriors and soldiers. He may have served Rome. Some ancient sources suggest he served in the Roman auxiliary army before deserting, being captured, and sold into slavery. His name may be of Thracian origin. Spartacus was a name found among Thracian royalty, suggesting he may have come from a noble or warrior family. Very little is known about his early life. Most of what we know comes from Roman writers like Plutarch, Appian, and Florus, who were writing decades or centuries after the events. The revolt. The escape started with kitchen tools. In 73 BC, about 70 gladiators broke out of the Capua Ludus using kitchen utensils before seizing a wagon of proper gladiatorial weapons nearby. Mount Vesuvius was their first stronghold. The rebels initially took refuge on the slopes of Mount Vesuvius, using its rugged terrain to repel Roman attacks. They used vines to rappel down Vesuvius. When Roman forces blockaded the main path, Spartacus had his men weave ropes from wild vines and rappel down the cliffs to outflank the enemy, a brilliant tactical move. His army grew to roughly 120,000. Slaves, runaways, and poor free people swelled his forces into one of the largest armies ever to challenge Rome from within. He won major battles against Roman consuls. Spartacus defeated the forces of both consuls of 72 BC, an extraordinary military achievement that shocked the Roman world. Military genius. He was considered a brilliant tactician. Even Roman historians grudgingly admired his military skill, discipline, and strategic thinking, which were far beyond what Romans expected from a slave. He trained his army systematically. Rather than leading a chaotic mob, Spartacus organized and drilled his forces, modeling them partly on Roman military structure. He melted down gold and silver for iron. Spartacus reportedly refused to let his men take gold or silver, insisting they focus on acquiring iron for weapons, a sign of his disciplined, long-term thinking. Key events and turning points. The pirate betrayal was decisive. Spartacus struck a deal with Cilician pirates to ferry his army to Sicily, but they took his payment and sailed away, trapping the rebels in Italy. Crassus built a massive wall. The Roman general Marcus Crassus constructed a 37-mile wall and trench across the toe of Italy to trap Spartacus. Spartacus broke through it on a winter night by filling a section with earth and timber. Internal divisions weakened the rebellion. Two of his lieutenants, Crixus and Enemos, repeatedly broke away with large factions, pursuing their own strategies. Crixus was killed with 30,000 men after splitting from Spartacus. Pompey got undeserved credit. After Crassus crushed the revolt, Pompey arrived late and mopped up a few thousand fleeing survivors, then claimed credit for ending the war, outraging Crassus. Death and aftermath. His body was never found. Spartacus died in the final battle of 71 BC in Lucania, but his body was never identified among the thousands of dead, adding to his legendary status. 6,000 slaves were crucified along the Appian Way. Crassus crucified the survivors along the 130-mile road from Capua to Rome as a gruesome warning, leaving the bodies to hang for years. The rebellion lasted nearly 2 years. From 73 to 71 BC, Spartacus kept Rome at bay for an astonishingly long time, repeatedly defeating its armies across the Italian peninsula. Legacy. He became a global revolutionary symbol. Karl Marx called Spartacus the most splendid fellow in the whole of ancient history. He inspired revolutionary movements from Haiti's slave revolts to 20th-century communist parties, and remains a powerful cultural icon to this day.